Right, welcome back to the trusty HPG 145. Today we've got something a little bit different from the normal heli-med operations. We're in a firefighting helicopter here in Colorado Springs. So let's get cracking. We've already got a fire, so we need to get going. With my flying skills, we need all the time we can get. Wait for everything to comes up. Right, we need a little bit more fuel, I think, but we can't take too much because we're going to carry about a ton in fuel itself. So 40%, yeah, that should be good. So the fire isn't too far away. It's just sort of over there. I don't know if you can see it. So we need to grab some water. I think we're going to go and borrow from somebody's pool. And then we'll head over there. I'll bring up engine 2. Choose the Bambi bucket. Engine 2's come alive. Right, let's get avionics fired up. Pitot heat. Cargo hook. I want. Flight power, perfect. Squawk Charlie. So pilot's coming on. Right, I think we are ready to go. Center this joystick. Override on. As we lift, that bucket will, the rope will start to move. You'll see it shortly. There we go. Now it's unloaded for the time being, so it says 95 kilograms, but I think that registers the weight of just the bucket. Now the wind's coming off to the right here, so we're going to have quite a nice quick flight time there. Can't take off over the plane, so let's just take off into the wind. Oh, we could fill our bucket here. At least if the airport has a fire, they're not too far away from water. I guess it's not a bad thing. Alright, let's turn right. Now you can just see that fire in the location there. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb up. Should be some watering holes in there, sort of en route. So there's one just to the right of that fire. So I think we'll hit that one first. We need to get there ASAP. Right, so I'm going to turn the override off there for a second. Let's enable the hidden mode and speed control. Let's slow out and let's go to about 8,000. So as you can see, bucket is empty and we're en route. Okay, we are pretty much at the first possible watering hole. Now there's a second one there, I believe. So if I just check, yeah, there's quite a few there. Should be a river as well. That's fine. Let's just come left a little bit. Come back on the speed and let's just drop the altitude. In fact, let's actually stop being boring and just fly this thing manually. So we're going to have to slow down, grab some water. The problem is we're then going to have to take off straight up a hill. So with an extra 900 kilograms of water, I think is what this bucket can carry. So I need to move us up. Okay, we got the wind to our left. Big respect to those that firefight in the real world, both on the ground, the support staff, the pilots, planes, helicopters. I don't think I could cut it as a firefighter, if I'm honest. Predominantly because I'm fat and I'm unfit, but I think mentally it takes its toll as well. Now, from what I remember, we need to get this thing to below about 30 feet on the radalt to start taking on water. Again, we can cheat and put it onto a auto hover and then just slowly descend, but where's the fun in that, Jakes would say. I'm going to put it into an auto hover just to check the heights. As you can see, still got quite a bit to go. We're at 34 feet, so if we just come down ever so slightly, bit more where the shadow touches, boom, you're at 20 feet. I wasn't far off. Right, we should be full now. We slowly start coming back up. There's the weight of the helicopter. You see it bob as the water, the weight then starts affecting performance. Come on, up you get. We've used quite a bit of power to get up here. Right, I am no firefighting professional, so I don't know the technique or the tactic on how to put the water on the fire successfully. In my head, it's just fly over the fire and dump the water. I imagine there's probably a line on the fire and you want to work out the wind and drop it along that line. But I don't think that's really modeled in MSFS, so I'm just going to fly towards it and drop the water and just see what happens. Can't go left because of the hill there. We'll drop the water now. I missed by quite a few 100 kilometers. Oops. Got a little bit of fuel, water left, so let's just cross a bit earlier. Right, let's go back for more. I've seen quite a few videos of firefighting helicopters, predominantly Hueys, Bells. I don't recall seeing any Airbuses, to be fair. I'm not saying that they aren't, just I haven't seen any videos of them, but they quite cool angles and see them hovering over people's pools, and I wonder if they can. I don't think they pay for that water. I think they just have to for sort of the safety of others. I mean, I wouldn't really charge for if a helicopter rocked up in my pool and started taking the water. I'm sure they need it. I'm sure there's been some twat who has tried to charge a county sheriff or something for taking water out of their pool. Down to about 20 feet. Should be enough. What we can do is we can change that to the hover page, make it a bit easier in the future. Alright, we're up. How are we doing on fuel? Good on fuel. Torque's a bit high, but need to. Oh, you really have to let go of that water very early, and I wasn't even high. Let's try from another angle. Oopsie. Right, another fill up. Take it from this one because it's a bit easier to get going and accelerate, whereas the other one is sort of up against that ridgeline. So if something were to happen, engine failure or whatever, at least here I can run down the valley a bit easier. Must use quite a bit of power to get up here. Right, let's see if this one works. We're going to go a little bit slower, and I'm going to drop it roughly on the same point I did before. As you can see, we're quite high on the torque there. do want to keep our speed up, so it allows us just to climb if we need to. As you can see, that fire is starting to spread. Boom, bullseye. Right, let's do a few more runs. We should be able to get this fire out. Let me know in the comments if you guys prefer firefighting or helimed. I mean, obviously helimed can get quite repetitive, but we can always do firefighting or helimed in interesting areas. We can go to cities. We can try and find a pool to get some water from and fight a city fire. But I've always wanted to try the firefighting variant and see what it's like. It's just nice to have a bit of a change sometimes. You also need to hit DCS and get up to some mischief there, go join a server or two and die a lot. I mean, fly a lot. There we go, should be taking our water now. Should be enough. We want to come up vertically, get the bucket out the water, else we can drag it along. Feel that weight. Come on. Uppies. There we go. There's quite a bit of power to get it off. Get out the water. Get some speed going. Get into the wind as best we can. Oop. Big stutter there. We're going to have to take some water up the valley and come back down and hit the fire on that side as well. Oh, there's a river there. That's handy. Let's aim for that fire right there in front of us. Boom, direct hit. Right, does it tell us how much fire is left? Is that a pool there? This looks like some sort of hotel. Well, let's borrow some of their water and give the guests a bit of a show. There's a pool there. So probably find that whole bucket or pick that water up. Try and get us into the wind as best we can. This is actually a worse position because we're further away, and when we pick up the water we have to try and climb away from the resort first. Should be enough. Right, let's head on over. Hopefully there's one or two more and we should be able to kill this fire. Imagine an Airbus A380 fire tanker. One pass and we'll extinguish the fire on this entire mountain. Can you imagine that? Must have been nice if you had a Bambi bucket on your own helicopter. You could water your garden in one go. Right, I think we need to get the fire from the other side first. So let's climb up. What is the outside temperature here today? Doesn't tell me. So we'll go into this next little valley here and then we'll turn left. Boom. There's some more fires on the other side. Apologies for the lack of talking. The requires quite a bit of attention, this firefighting. Right, that seems to have killed that fire. Perfect. I think now let's head back to the airfield. Wow. I'd hate to be living here if there's a fire, God forbid that ever happens. Oof. Let's do altitude hold. Again, this is the high performance H145, an absolutely brilliant module. Highly recommended if you're into your choppers. Probably one of the best helicopter modules you can get, that and Cohensim. Those two are my proper developers I quite enjoy. Right, back over the airfield. I've adjusted the sensitivity on my cyclic, so it's a bit wobblier today, but I'll get used to it. I just added a bit more. Um, the cyclic I use, the grip is the Verpal Warbird-D base, or the clutches. So I've just made it a little bit stiffer, a bit more resistant. Takes some getting used to. I think what we'll do is we'll put it down in there, those hangers. Obviously we can't land straight down because we've got the bucket below us, so we need to stay above 20 feet as well, so otherwise it'll touch the ground and break. So I imagine how they did in real life, they either land or hover, let them unhook it, and then move the helicopter away. Or they land the bucket first and then come slightly back in the helicopter and then land the helicopter. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Just make sure we clear that lamppost on the left. Building on the right, very close to that building. In fact, let's go a bit forward. It should be good. So we want to touch the bucket down first. Right, that should be the bucket down. Now we want to bring the helicopter back a little bit. Not too much, don't want to drag it along. Where's that bucket? Magically does it? Oh, it's on the ground. Welcome to MSFS. Brilliant. Thank you all. I really hope you enjoyed that flight. It was something different. And I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-ta.